Presumably will be coming fairly soon. Matt Rivers, thanks very much for that report. I want to bring in Dean Cheng right now. He's a senior research fellow at the Heritage Foundation's Davis Institute here in Washington. So, Dean, you're an expert on North Korea and the Korean Peninsula. What do you think? You think that Kim Jong-un actually was on this train to Beijing?
I think it's possible. As Matt Rivers noted, we actually don't have confirmation yet. For Kim Jong-un to go to China, though, I think it's important to recognize that he's probably actually trying to go in a superior, not in a supplicant position. He refused to meet Chinese representatives back in November when Xi Jinping sent a personal representative from the Communist Party's Foreign Office to meet with him. The Chinese officials got nowhere.
The interesting thing, though, is that things have changed dramatically in the past few weeks. There's going to be a meeting with President Moon of South Korea, presumably along the demilitarized zone. And now the President of the United States has accepted this notion of a direct meeting between President Trump and Kim Jong-un. And as Matt Rivers accurately points out, presumably the North Koreans want to meet with their big benefactor, China, before those two other summits.
Well, China has proven itself to be an untrustworthy benefactor if you're looking at it from the North Korean perspective. So I suspect that Kim Jong-un isn't going there hat in hand to sort of get acceptance from Xi Jinping, but rather is going there to say, I have my own independent foreign policy. I can meet with the Americans, and they're now willing to meet with me. What are you willing to do to make sure that I stay far away from the Americans? Are you, Xi Jinping, willing to lift the sanctions? I think that this is going to be, if it was Kim Jong-un, I think that this could be a significant, interesting new phase in China-North Korea relations.
Because it could improve the relationship. Is that what you're suggesting?
It could improve the relations.
At the expense of North Korea-South Korean relations, which have been improving, and the possibility of an improvement with the United States.
That's one possibility. But the other possibility is that Kim Jong-un went over to China basically to start demanding from the Chinese side, or else he will basically forge a new path with South Korea and the United States. Given the unpredictability of the outcomes of both of those summits, North Korea in some ways is actually in the controlling seat relative to China.
And very quickly, how do you feel about President Trump meeting with Kim Jong-un?
I think that this is a very, very dangerous, high-stakes game. I certainly hope that the president is going to be listening to his key advisors on what not to offer as well as what to offer.
Dean Cheng, thanks very much for coming in.